Hey everyone, Richard here at Calvin Wazoo, bringing you another video. And it is a follow-up to my meeting of the great Steve Carlson. If you don't know about his channel, you should certainly check it out. And I'll have a link in the down under to his channel and into the video that he made, when we were out record shopping together. It was a great time. I really enjoyed the record digging as well as meeting Steve, who is in Midland, the Midland area, which is Midland, Michigan. That's where I grew up. So anyway, we went out and did some record shopping. And today what I'm going to focus on are soul, R&B, funk recordings that I have picked up recently, including a couple that that I picked up when I was shopping with Steve. And I'll start with those. And he mentioned this in his video, in the first store we went into. He saw this. This is Mandrill. Mandrill is. And he was like, ooh, I might have to get that. And then I'm like, oh man, yeah, cool. That one's on my list, and so he acquiesced and let me get it. And now that I think about that whole transaction, I was being kind of a dick about that, trying to make a claim on this. I mean, I must have sounded like I was 12 years old or something. Oh, it's on my list. Oh, anyway, really nice copy of this really fantastic Mandrill album. I mean, if you're not familiar with Mandrill, we're talking some, they're in the realm of psychedelic funk. All right. So, Maggot Brain, Mandrill, these are the, some of the iterations of Bootsy Collins and also of Parliament. They definitely have a very psychedelic edge to their music. And I'll play a cut here for you. The one I'm playing, I believe, is the opener to side one, Ape is High. Pretty nice stuff, right? Okay. So then another one that I picked up, and as I try and find a place to put my records, this is, we're going into a little more R&B, 80s R&B, and this is the debut album by Terence Trent D'Arby. All right, introducing the hard line, according to Terence Trent D'Arby. Really solid debut for this record, and really, he's got this edgy voice, and some of the orchestration kind of reminds me a little bit of I was trying to think of what it was. The orchestra, not the orchestration, but the production, it's a little on the 80s side, but it does have the funky production quality that you might find in some Talking Heads albums. Anyway, this is, I'm pretty sure this is a reissue. The record's from 1987. And I'm trying to think, okay, the track I'm going to play for you is nuts. I can't remember, and I looked up, it might be Wishing Well. Yeah, I think it is. It might be Wishing Well, but anyway, this was very nice R&B fine. This and his second album are probably the two albums that are, worth getting into the catalog. Now, if you're a major fan, then you might want to get some of his other releases. But the first two, in my opinion, is really all that you need. So here, take a listen. Well, I hope you dug that. That's a good example. Now, these other records I picked up a little bit earlier. The first two I showed you, that was with Steve Carlson. These others I picked up earlier. One of them came in the mail. This one I picked up recently, and this is, this is a major necessity to any record collection, especially if you do enjoy soul music. Isaac Hayes' Hot Buttered Soul. And this is a reissue by, Craft Recordings. They tend to do a very good job. Now, Isaac Hayes and the next person I'm going to show, Curtis Mayfield, were a backing band and songwriting team in the Stax Records studio and wrote tons and tons of material for various artists who came through. So a lot of their songs that are on their albums were actually written by Isaac Hayes and Curtis Mayfield. And Hot Buttered Soul, it's like the songs are long. So we're getting this, the soul vibe again, but we're also getting the psychedelic edge, in a bit. So like the first song, which is the sample I'm going to play, is Walk On By. It's a Burt Bacharach tune, right? And, Isaac Hayes just gives it an incredible dimension and edge. And then there's an nearly 19-minute version of by the time I Get the Phoenix song that was a hit for Glenn Campbell, and in a much shorter version. He's got tells this big story, kind of like the background to the story that's in the song, about this guy, after so many efforts to leave this woman, he finally does. And great song. And like I say, the rhythm section, by the way, on all these tunes, all right, is the Bar-Kays, which was, the other house band in Stax Studios. So really amazing recording. And here's an example that I will play for you. That's some hot buttered soul, right? And by the way, if you are interested and you're new in collecting soul music, R&B, especially that was produced in the early 60s, with Stax Records and Muscle Shoals, I really, really strongly encourage you to get this book, Sweet Soul Music by Peter Guralnick. I mean, he's covered soul and R&B as a music journalist for years. It's a wonderful, wonderful book and great, great resource. So yeah, if you like soul music and you want to check it out some more, read that book. Now, the other partner in this songwriting and playing team at Stax Records with Isaac Hayes was Curtis Mayfield. And of course, with Superfly, that's, the one must have to be, in a collection. Now, I just recently got these. They've been on my want list. And these are, new reissues. The OGs tend to be, because these albums are so good, this is a case where the OGs are often just played out. They're just, I guess you call it groove burn. They've just been played so many times. They're in really, really rough shape. But this is a new reissue, which, by the way, comes on this very pretty red vinyl, and the Kurtum label, I guess that's Kurtum label, we're a winner. So excellent, excellent stuff. And just a lot of great songs from this blaxploitation film. But the song I'm going to play for you is Pusher Man. So check that one out. I'm your pusher man, yeah. So, Curtis Mayfield. Now, the final one is an album that I ordered in the mail. Been wanting it for a while, and it, it's not that difficult to find, and it's a MoFi original master recording, but it's very reasonably priced. You can buy it in the secondhand market in very good VG Plus condition for, roughly probably what it originally retailed for. And that is this here, The Blues, A Real Summit Meeting. So this is a live recording collection of various, artists. I mean, there's ones like, B.B. King, who hosts the show, which was recorded at Philharmonic Hall at the Lincoln Center for the Arts. This was recorded in June of 1973. So, but it opens up with Big Mama Thornton. Then we've got Jay McShann. Then there's Eddie Cleanhead Vinson, and I'm going to play a little track by him. Then there's Arthur Big Boy Crudup. Then we've got some songs by Lloyd Green, and then some songs by Muddy Waters. And then on side D, we get Clarence Gatemouth Brown, who incidentally was a significant influence on Frank Zappa. And then there's B.B. King closing out the show. So it's got a little bit of information on the inside about each of the artists. You know, of course, the track listing. Yeah, this is, you know, a used copy, but, you know, it's an original master recording by MoFi, and it sounds really, really good. And like I say, you can get these for very reasonable prices in the secondhand market still.
I took the front door in, but I had to take the back door out. I took the front door in, but I had to take the back door out. I was sleeping mighty peaceful when I heard somebody shout.
Well, there you have it. These are my recent acquisitions in the realm of soul, R&B, and the blues. Hope you enjoyed that. Please check out Steve Carlson's channel if you are unfamiliar with him. I mean, he has been so helpful with a lot of my exposure to new and different artists because, like, for example, he talks about Fela Kuti all the time. And, you know, I've started getting... buying records by Fela Kuti. And there's also Mdou Moctar. I wouldn't have known a thing about Mdou Moctar if I hadn't been watching Steve's channel. So just a lot of great information, a lot of insight, especially, you know, opening up the doors to Afrobeat and Afro-funk because he collects a lot of this music. So do yourself a favor and check out that channel if you haven't already. And I hope you enjoyed this one today, and always remember to pray for the people inside your head, for they won't be there when you're dead.